Okay, here's the second part of today's lesson. Now, we looked at the verb je porte, but now we want to add it to some nouns. So, of course, we have
Je porte,
but this means I wear, as we've learned. We know this, but can you remember the items of clothing? If you've got them written down, which you should have some lists around at home, make sure you have a look at them and see if you can grab them because they're going to help you out today. We're going to go through some of these. Do you remember these? Let's see.
une robe,
Robe,
un pull,
pull,
une cravate,
une cravate. And remember, some of them are une, some of them are une. So they're masculine or feminine.
un chemisier,
Un chemisier,
un manteau,
un manteau,
une jupe,
une jupe,
une casquette,
une casquette,
un maillot de bain,
un maillot de bain, that's a one-piece swimsuit,
un pantalon,
un pantalon, pantaloons if you like, trousers,
une veste,
une veste,
un t-shirt,
un t-shirt,
une chemise,
une chemise, a shirt,
un short,
and short. Some of these words you can see have pretty clearly been borrowed from English, or they're very similar to English. Now, what about these ones? Do you remember all these?
des sandales,
Sandal,
des gants, des gants, des gants,
des gants, that's a difficult one for me,
des lunettes,
des lunettes,
des collants,
des collants,
des bottes,
des bottes,
des chaussures,
des chaussures.
des chaussettes,
Okay, so I think chaussettes here are the chaussures are the shoes. Let's have a look see. So, how would you say I wear a pair of shoes? Remember, shoes is.
des chaussures,
Oh, sorry, I forgot we can actually see the writing here as well, which might be able to help us. Des chaussures, des chaussettes. Very good. So, how would you say I wear a pair of shoes? Well, I wear, je porte, a pair of des chaussures. Let's try that.
je porte des chaussures,
Je porte des chaussures. And remember the de, because you don't pronounce the S on the end. If it was for a jacket, how would you try it? Je porte une veste.
je porte une veste,
Very good. Okay. Je wear, porte in this case because it's with the je. It'll also be with il, remember, and elle. Une veste. Remember, une means it's feminine. How about a shirt? Do you remember shirt? Chemise. Je porte une chemise.
je porte une chemise,
I wear une chemise. I wear a shirt. How about trousers? Remember, a pair of trousers, although we say a pair of trousers, they just say a trouser, basically. They put it as one word. Je porte un pantalon. Oh, sorry, I should probably get the official pronunciation for that one, shouldn't we? Oops, here we go.
je porte un pantalon,
Thank you. I wear une, in this case a pair of une, trousers. Remember that the pair of is kind of like lost. It's what we call elision. It's taken out. How about a skirt? Je porte une jupe. Same idea. Je porte une jupe.
je porte une jupe,
Now, sorry, I skipped past that one too quickly. What do we wear at school? And not just at school. You could think about what you wear at home as well, because of course you'll be wearing your own clothes now. If you want to join it, you might want to use this connective,
et,
which means and, because you might want to say you're wearing more than one thing. It's very unlikely we're just wearing one thing. For example, I'm wearing trousers, pantalon, and I'm also wearing a shirt, chemise. So you could say this phrase, which is,
à l'école, je porte,
do you think you could guess what that is? It's at the school, I wear. And in French, they say the school, whereas we just say at school, they say the school. So in this case, l'école. École is school. Un pantalon, une chemise, un chemisier,
un chemisier,
which is like short-sleeved, as you can see. Une cravate, un pull,
un pull,
like a pullover. Chaussettes, chaussures, and une veste. Of course, we don't usually wear whoops. Well, sorry, I've gone too far, haven't I? I was going to say, we don't usually
une
wear
cravate,
a tie at school. What about when it snows? What would you wear? Well, quand il neige, je porte.
quand il neige, je porte,
Quand il neige, je porte. And these are all the clothes you'd wear if it's cold out.
Des collants.
Try and say this yourself.
Une écharpe. Un pantalon.
Of course.
Des gants.
Your gone, your gloves.
Un manteau.
For a very warm coat, manto.
Des bottes.
And you might wear some warmer boots. What about when it's good? So here you're saying when it is good, I wear.
Quand il fait beau, je porte
Je porte une t-shirt.
un t-shirt. Des sandales. Un short. Une casquette.
Very good. What about on holiday? Probably very similar. If you're like me, you want to go somewhere warm on holiday. But if you're on holiday, you might go even further. And you might wear.
Des lunettes. Un short.
Perhaps if you go in the sea, you go.
Un maillot de bain.
And of course, again,
Un t-shirt.
classic for all occasions. Here we say when I am on holiday. Like you can think of vacations. Je porte.
Quand je suis en vacances, je porte
Quand je suis en vacances, je porte des lunettes, for example. Okay, here's up for a challenge. Let's try this yourself. What do you wear when you're not at school? I would like you to write this as a sentence and then add some of these things. Put them in a list, put a comma between them, and put the the et, at the end of it. Let's have a look at some of these. Une pull,
un pull,
une chemise,
une chemise, un chemisier,
une chemisière,
une jupe,
une jupe,
un pantalon.
pantalon. Ooh, and now here is a tricky question. It says,
Qu'est-ce que tu portes aujourd'hui?
what will you wear today? Or what are you wearing today? Because you see the two, this is saying you, to you individually. See if you can write a phrase answering that with je porte. This is just referring to the stuff we've already done. So now you should be ready to use the word porter, the verb porter, conjugate it, and to use it with all of your excellent vocabulary you've got so far to write some good sentences. Give it a try.